Okay, so rapport is a subject that is mentioned in every single business book that you're going to read, sales book that you're going to read. But the reality is that it is very important. And we wanted to make a video specifically on this topic because it is that important. So a lot of people talk about building rapport. You need to build rapport, but that terminology can be somewhat confusing at times. So for me, I think of it as building a connection. So instead of thinking of building rapport, I think about building a connection. I'm human. The person that I'm talking to is also human. How can I strengthen the connection between me and that person? And there's several different ways that you can utilize to go ahead and strengthen that connection. First off, when you're talking to somebody, whether it's buyer, seller, agent, anyone, find out more of who they are. And the way you can do that is by simply asking questions. Ask a lot of questions. Find out where they grew up. How many siblings do they have? What kind of food do they like? How long have they lived in the town that they live in? Asking these questions are going to help you understand them more fully. But conversely, the other side of the equation is that they're going to feel more comfortable with you. They're going to be sharing pieces of themselves with you. And by doing that, you're strengthening the connection that you have to them and vice versa, the connection that they have to you. So building rapport is key. Other ways that you need to be incorporating building rapport and building that connection is whenever you're having a conversation, whether it's on the phone or even as simple as text message and also in person, make sure to start the conversations with personal items about them. If the holidays just happened, ask them about the holidays. If they had a trip, if they mentioned they were going to go on a trip in the last conversation you had with them, ask them about that trip. Or in one of your previous conversations, did they mention that they enjoy fishing? Or do they enjoy knitting? Well, have they knitted anything recently? Have they gone fishing recently? Talk to them about it. And, start and end the conversation with that. Business should be in the middle whenever you're talking about real estate, negotiation, or anything in that regard. But do the personal stuff at the beginning and do the personal stuff at the end as well. Now, additionally, when it comes to rapport, you want to keep the mindset of helping people. You're talking to sellers to help them sell their home. You're talking to buyers to help them build their real estate portfolio. Keep that in mind as you're having these conversations with them. Don't focus so much on the numbers. Don't focus so much on the business. Real estate in general is a people's business, and you have to remember that it's people first. So keep the mindset of helping, and that'll really help get you a long way when you're conversing and building these connections with people. And the last little tidbit that I would mention is remember important days and remember birthdays. So if somebody mentioned a birthday, remember it. Put it in your phone, do whatever you got to do, and send them a quick text message or a quick phone call on the day of their birthday. Or if there was a particular holiday, they mentioned they couldn't wait for Labor Day because they were going to go grill and watch some basketball or whatever it was. Send them a text about it, or next conversation, make sure to mention it. But remember the things that are important to them. Birthday obviously is important to each individual. If you remember those little tidbits, it's going to make them think of you in a more pleasing way. And when it comes to the business side of things, and when you have to actually get down to negotiation over tough items and tough terms, you'll have a higher likelihood of succeeding because they view you in a more positive light. So building rapport, building a connection should be the primary objective with any conversation that you have.